Before we jump in.
My podcast now.
Before we started filming, I was like, I have a question for you guys. I wanted to ask,
Yes.
how did you guys start Posties, and how has that been for you? What's the learning experience of starting a podcast that like specifically focuses on the spotlight of grassroots of like the creative scene? You know?
Yeah, good luck,
Yeah,
Alex.
Good luck answering Alex. All the way. So, I mean, for those who don't know, the point of the Posties podcast is to platform the young creators and artists in the city and in the country who are just doing the most with their time, their talents, and their energy, right? So we love the fact that there's so many people around us who are actually like capable. And we hate the fact that the tools that we have been presented, our media, our newspapers, our magazines, don't see those guys, you know? They end up being unsung heroes who inspire so many other kids to actually go and change a nation. You know, we've seen it in our own lives where little kids who no one knows about, or moments where no one knows about, but like they speak into the future, and we're like, no, it's not fair that platforming is not there, because this is a growing culture, it's a growing economy at some level, you know. And why we do grassroots, bro, is because, hey, man, real recognize real. We're at the point where we're also trying to build something. We're trying to create some form of legacy for ourselves, for the people around us. And we're also just trying to have fun in creating content. As you know, Temba's a creative entrepreneur, and he's planting so many other seeds, but like this is one of the seeds that we have an affinity for. And for those who know, I'm a million other things, you know, but like I have a love for certain things, and this is definitely one of them. So the Posties podcast is a very selfish but serving tool. It's selfish in that we get to have you here and we get to be inspired by your story.
Right.
But we still hope that it serves the community, it serves the culture, and at some point, bro, it serves the whole of the continent to inspire the young kids, the artists who are already out there to like aim for something. The kids who are like just sitting at home being like, yo, I'm also fire on the Oaks. Like, what do I do with this?
How do I get there?
How do I get there? Like, what's his journey? Like, is it weird that like I want to do this? My parents say I really can't, but like, I think I like this, you know? So we try and really just tap into inspiring the community and showcasing what the community has to offer. Because it's by the community, for the community. We're definitely a huge part of the community. I don't see myself as not part of the community or like some other entity. I see myself as the community. And like when I create, I'm creating because I'd want to see something like this. That's literally platforming. If I was just a book nerd with a job, you know, I'd want to see something like this. Or it's like, okay, you're not book nerds, guys. But like, it's like, yo, where I can chill out and see, oh, that's what's happening in my city. That's what's happening in my country, in my continent. And like,
oh, that's who this guy is.
You know what I'm saying? So next time when I see Moose Face, it's like, oh, dope. He promised me that new Don Tully. And it taps in because like, that's what it's about. It's about connecting. You see, we're speaking about the power of network. We're speaking about just like knowledge that you get via talking to people, and like this is a huge way for you guys to connect to the people that we bring, you know. We connecting to them, like they're not always our best buddies, you know. Sometimes we're also just meeting them, you know, and like that interaction is what it's about, and it's for you as much as it is for ourselves. And in a nutshell.
Yeah, bro. In addition to us just loving to talk, bro, like it's a thing of like whenever we have someone such as yourself on the Posties podcast, it's a thing of like, one, you join the Posties family, and it's a thing of like, it's the door's always open for you to return, whether you want to promote something, whether you just want, you have something to say, but also it's a thing of like, now because you're part of our network, it's a thing of like, we're gonna work on events together. We're gonna work on DJing inside you. We can use each other as a soundboard at any time. And that's just the sense of community that we're trying to build, bro. 100%. It's a thing of like, I always try to say this to like anyone I meet, like literally, if I meet you and the energy's fire, bro, like my phone book is your phone book. If you say, yo, can you link me with this guy? So like a thing of like, yo, bro, like I can put you in those spaces, like for a thing of like, for the conversation to happen, however it happens. Obviously, you selling yourself the way you're selling yourself. Because like your brand is your brand, you can only speak to that stuff as best as possible. But like even when we're talking about rooftop events, we're talking about stuff like that. That's stuff that we gotta make happen ASAP, bro. It's a thing of like researching is cool, but I know you want to take it to the next step as soon as possible. So yeah, bro. Posties is for the family. It's for us too. It's got that selfish element. I love what Alex said there. But yeah, guys. It's also just a consistent thing that's not going anywhere.
So
y'all, I see y'all. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about.
feet
We're
on
still
it.
here.
It's
I'm
all
going
good
nowhere.
system.
I think that's what I like the most about Cape Town and the creative scene in general is there is a big sense of community, and like up and coming creatives can start way easier in this industry because there is so much opportunity to like start up and build your own thing. I don't think it is like that in many other cities in SA or just in general.
Right.
So seeing something like Posties and then also like something like Moose Fest is like, oh wait, like there is that like how do I explain this? I can see
Like a
people
synergy.
doing what I want to do, and I'm seeing it through Posties. I'm seeing it through the guests that Posties have. And I was like, okay, cool. Now I can take that inspiration and do it for my own. That's what I like about the podcast the most.
Shout
After
out,
watching
yeah.
Shout out.
Tash's
That's the point,
episode,
yeah.
or,
And you hear the story and you
Rose
just see
Boy's
the
episode.
realness.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah, man.
shit. So,
Everything's possible, bro.
Anything's possible.
Anything and everything.
so I just want to congratulate you guys on such a beautiful platform.
Shout out Ease, man.
I think it's very cool that you guys have been able to grow as quickly as you have, and
Yeah.
I hope that you guys can grow further and further and further. to
Thank
the
you,
top.
brother.
Nah, you're part of the journey now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been a part of the journey because it's
Thanks.
every single building block, the blocks that have been on the podcast already and the blocks that haven't yet. The blocks.